Oh, yeah, that's good to know, J Cross. All right, guys. A good morning so far. Hey guys, I know for those of you guys who do follow me, the few, yes, this is not Eve Station trading. Yeah, I just picked up this game a few days ago. I just wanted to check it out, see what we can do with streaming this because it's totally different, man. Digging it. So right now, the premise being totally free to play. I'm not gonna spend a dime on the game and see how far we get. Currently level 4. I only have one deck outside of what's kind of pre-made for you, and we'll take it from there. We can totally like skip into Eve trading stuff. That's cool too. There's gonna be some downtimes in between games for sure. All right. Yeah, I mean, so for those of you guys who are not familiar, Gwent is a mini game that is part of the Witcher games. And besides that, I didn't really know a whole lot about it. Um, this is the open beta. I got into the closed beta a few months ago. Not well, I wasn't impressed. I mean, the gameplay's still the same. It's still the same Gwent game, but the presentation's way different. It's way better now. It actually has a tutorial. If I remember correctly, when it came out during the closed beta, it didn't have much of a tutorial. It's just like, this is how you move your cards. Da, 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 that was it. Super basic. Not helpful at the slightest. But now it's a lot better. So tutorials are good. Tutorials are important sometimes. Who knew, right? Who knew that new player experience draws people in? Crazy. Come on, CC, get together. So right now, what we're doing, so like I mentioned, we're gonna go the totally free to play route. I have not spent a dime on the game yet. I've just been doing the dailies, and we'll see how far we get. So let's go over the deck real quick that I have, and we'll go over the how to play the game, basic. We'll go over that as we're playing. So it's kind of easy to get into, or makes more sense. What really got me too in this game is it's got really great artwork, man. Really great. So this is what the deck I'm using. It's called the Monster deck. Um, so these are the decks kind of like pre-made that the game comes with. When I made my deck, I built it from scratch. And this is what we have. J Cross asks if I'm a Hearthstone player. I used to, but I'll be honest, it feels pretty diluted to me right now to be playing Hearthstone. Like it doesn't have the same draw for me, unfortunately. But I did used to play Hearthstone, yeah. Comparing this to Hearthstone, I would think that even during open beta for Gwent, it's a lot more generous. I think it's so much more, assuming that the economic model doesn't change for Gwent. I think it will continue to be much more generous than Hearthstone's model. Magic, never played it. That's way complicated for me, man. That's way complicated for me. Yeah, let me know if the volume's okay, guys. It's always kind of funky with these games, with their volumes, with their volume levels. So this is my deck. So unlike I guess like comparing this to Hearthstone would be a good spot actually. So you can have, unlike Hearthstone where you have a set number of cards for your deck, this can vary from minimum 25, max 40. J Cross asks, when should we invest in cards and sell them? Who knows, man, dude. We'll see, man. Let's see. So right now I have 25 cards. So ideally, you kind of actually want to be on the low end of that 25 to 40 cards, because you don't get to draw cards normally throughout normal play. You only get to draw cards, and it's a small amount of them during the 3 rounds of play. That's it. So if you push out to 40 cards, I mean, you may never get to your win condition cards. You know what I mean? So a lot of, and we'll play these out, and I'll explain all the cards that I come across. We'll play a few rounds for sure. But just know that I'm very, I guess, minion heavy on my deck as opposed to spells. Some archetypes use a lot more spells or much more balanced. This is super simple. This is like easy mode playing. I think the best way to really explain these cards is just to have them be available for play. So we'll just do that, I think. So we'll go through, we'll see how long it takes us to complete our dailies. So the goal is to, so right now I'm level 4, the goal is to get to level 10 so that we can start playing ranked. That's the goal. Hopefully on the way there, we'll open up some packs. They're called kegs in this game. So right now we can get up to 6 kegs right now, but I'll probably wait until we get like 10 to open them, so we kind of have some variety. So there's single player here. So the challenges here is the tutorial basically. So if you were to have gone through all of these, you would have earned like good cards to actually get started for all the factions. So if you're into this game, do the challenges. It gives you cards, you know, and it gets you familiarized with the different mechanics that's inherent to each faction. And I'm totally digging the artwork of the cards, man. I'm loving it. All right, so right now we need level 10 to play ranked. We're not quite there yet. Almost halfway there. So we'll do a casual match. That's what gets us through.
It is how I punish those who irritate me.
Ested esa crisa.
Alright, so this is the mulligan phase. For the first round, we get to mulligan up to 3 cards. We're going to mulligan this card because we have cards that can actually draw this up, so we don't need it on hand right now. Okay, that's a good one. We're going to mulligan this card. I tend to prefer to have this card like the later rounds when I'm really running low on options. Oh, another great card. And let's mulligan one of these. We only need really just one of these. So there are 3 rounds to the game, and the goal of the game is actually not necessarily to kill your opponent's cards, but actually it's to earn points. Right here, right here. Those are your points. I don't know, think of it as a bluff game. So I'm going to play this card right here, Siri, dash. When this unit enters the graveyard, when it dies, strengthen it by 3 and shuffle it back into your deck. So I have a small enough deck where I can play this card and hopefully I can get it back in a later round with more power. Instead of 9, it'll be 12 at that point. J-Cross asks, is this mobile? As of right now, I don't think it's mobile yet. Hopefully it will be. It's kind of like, because Hearthstone can be mobile too. And the round ends when when one of the players pass. It's kind of like there's like that's where the bluffing aspect comes in. You have to win 2 of the 3 rounds. So my deck has weather effects. This card is gonna draw up the Biting Frost, which we mulliganed. I'm gonna apply that to one of his lanes.
I don't want to die.
So this card will apply 3 damage, and if it gets destroyed, it will give me 2 extra strength. So that's a good one. But I have to be able to kill it with just 3. So I'll kill one of these minions he has up here.
Death comes for you.
Alright, so right now, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna lose this this round because like card advantage is really big in this game. So I have 8 cards left and he has 7, and I have enough really good cards to really make a good run. And yeah, I think I'm gonna pass by just by virtue of being down by a lot as well. He's used up a lot of resources in this round. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna pass. I don't think he's gonna apply another card. Alright, so I lost that round. I gotta win 2 though, but he's halfway there already. On the second round, you can only mulligan 1 card.
Bloody non-humans.
So this card, when it deploys, when you play it, it gains 2 armor and it can clear weather from the row on your side. This would have been a really good card for him once I start applying weather effects, but I don't have that much weather effects left. So it's a 6 strength minion. It's got a cool ability where if I lose the round, this card returns to the board. This card is a Chort. Deploy, Brave, strengthen self by 4. So if I use it, and Brave means trigger this ability if your opponent is winning the current round. So if I put this on the board and he's still ahead, I gain more strength. I gain extra strength. So instead of 6, it became a 10.
Interesting.
Oof. I'm gonna I have another one, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Catching up, sorta. I'm gonna have to really apply my weather effects here soon. Alright, next card I'm gonna play, Ice Giant. If Frost is anywhere on the board, boost itself by 5, so it'll be a 10 strength minion as opposed to just 5, because there's Frost in the opponent's lane there.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Resistance is futile.
If I lose this round, that's it. Oh, he's passing. So if I pass now, he wins, so I have to play a card. Like ties will give you the crown. So what I'm going to do is play this Selena Harpy, because it's got the effect of deploy, spawn 2 Harpy eggs at the left of this unit. The Harpy eggs basically become Harpies in the next round when they hatch. And I'm just going to pass and take the second round. Alright, down to the final round. Okay, so in this final round, we can only mulligan 1. I will choose to keep all of these simply because high strength value. And I already have 6 strength on the board from the Selena Harpies previous round. I feel compelled to really run out my cards. If I pass, I don't know if he has enough to actually beat out the strength that I've already built up on the board. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep playing. Dang. I have to weaken a unit by 3 with this unit. Even if it's friendly, it does it.
Slow, ain't ya?
See what happens if this considers it a pass. So dumb.
I've had men killed for less.
He just might win this. I have to damage a unit. That's so dumb. That's just the way the card works, though. Because the text on the cards do specify, enemy versus ally, but that one didn't, so it has to damage a unit. Same thing with the previous card I played. Alright, we won. This has got a pretty cool mechanic here. This here says send good game. So when we do that, we actually end up giving resources to the player we just played, this Stefan 2007. I guess it's a incentive to, be a respectful player. Alright, we got ore. Ore is the currency of the game. J Cross is going free to play competitive. Don't know yet. I don't know yet because right now I can't even play ranked yet. I have to get to level 10 to play ranked. When I get there, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a very, very rude awakening as to the quality of my free to play cards. But that's fine though. That's fine. I've always wanted to see, I think it's a good measure of how well balanced the free-to-play aspect of the CCG is, by doing that. I think a lot of people, of course, if you really want to be competitive, you go buy stuff, right? You go buy the cards and buy the packs, right? All right, Adriana, yeah, I'll check you out later, man. I definitely will be streaming more games besides Eve. Enjoy your day at work, your Friday. Alright, what's a mulligan? Mulligan this card. This card copies enemy cards. This card has actually saved me a lot of times, but I think I can afford to mulligan this on the first round. Oh, it's good. You guys are at work and watching Twitch? Holy shit. I'm jelly. I think I'm okay with this. Not hating, but it's so cool that you can watch Twitch while you're at work. Alright, so we got monster deck to monster deck. Oof. What he just did, he used his leader, and the effects of the leader is he spawns another bronze wild hunt unit. So that's the type of cards that this card kind of belongs to, if you have to classify it. So I'm gonna play the short. It will get us 1 strength difference. So this will earn us 10 strength on the board. I'm gonna avoid putting stuff on the melee row because a lot of our cards falls on that melee row. So it'll be, hopefully that'll give us an opportunity to avoid a lot of our cards being affected by weather. J Cross, I was watching Cam of New Spider-Man until your notification came up. I usually stream Marky Dragon or watch Chester's PvP vids on YouTube. Yeah, you know Marky Dragon's been he's definitely been playing. He's been when he streams like 4 hours at a time. Something crazy. For Eve, that's a lot. I gotta play something here. Dang.
Death comes for you.
So I won that round, but I'm down a card. More often than not, I'd rather lose the first round and be up on card count, to be honest. J Cross says he had an 8-hour video yesterday with interviews with Rita Jita. Really? 8 hours? Holy shit. Man, that's a work day, man. I'm gonna play Siri, hoping that I can actually get her back on the last round. Probably not, but I just gotta win one more round to win the match anyway. Might as well pull all the stops. There's no way I can pass. He's got way too many cards. He'll have answers.
I'm a dwarf of business.
I should be able to win this round. But I am down 2 cards though. I need at least like a 10-point buffer by the time I drop my last card. At least. That's my last weather effect. Ooh. Alright, I should make this. Oh, potions. Whatever happens, I have to drop. Whatever happens, I have to drop this unit last. Otherwise, it'll get its strength reduced by the weather effect.
I will not let this become a second Sodden. Just great.
Oh, see, he has the now he has to damage his own unit because the text on the card doesn't specify enemy as far as damage an enemy or damage ally. So it just says damage a unit. J Cross, what days do I usually stream? This is my first non-Eve stream, so I'm still trying to develop a schedule. Ideally, I would probably if I'm working towards being able to stream roughly around the same time that I do my Eve station trading, so 0-1 Eve time, right around there, like give or take an hour, plus or minus an hour, depending on the game, I guess. Opponent forfeited. Yeah! We won. Send him a good game anyway. So a good game. Thanks to your opponent, Oblivion, you've received an additional reward, 5 times scraps. Well, that's kind of a cool mechanic, you know. It reinforces good behavior with a reward. And we'll do the same. Ooh, we have enough. We're definitely gonna be doing keg openings before the stream is done, for sure. Because right now we're sitting at seven kegs. I'm surprised how far this deck's actually taken me. This is legit like my beginner one. At least in the beginning, from what I've read so far, monster decks or monster faction is pretty strong in the beginning, but it wanes in power as you get into the more competitive ranks. I'll take advantage of it until then. Alright, let's get back to it.
Checkmate.
This is like the second time I've seen this leader. Alright, so as per usual, whenever we see this card, we got a mulligan. It does nothing being in our hand. Definitely want to keep both of these. It's great that we actually have both of them. I'm definitely going to keep both of these because there's an effect if we got the third one. I think I have all three. I think. I'm going to drop one of these though. One of these harpies. Ooh, nice. And I think I'll be okay with I'll mulligan just those two. Our opponent's got a really cool name. Carl Sagan's forehead. This faction uses siege equipment like it's real. See, check this out. Every turn, this is a reinforced trebuchet machine. Every turn, at the start of your turn, damage a random enemy by 1. It's got a dot. Come on, man. Crazy. That's super OP, man. I mean, you can easily get an answer for it, but the effect is pretty crazy. You gotta have an answer. And our answer will be this card, Cleaver, Dwarf. Deploy, toggle a unit's lock. Think of a lock disables a card's abilities, so it's going to disable the per turn damage.
Snitches get stitches.
J Cross asks, how long do games usually take? To be honest, I don't think I've ever come across a game that's lasted more than like 5-7 minutes. It's pretty quick. Because there's only so many cards you can play with, you know. Especially at these ranks, people kind of just rush. They rush, thinking it's like Hearthstone or something. It doesn't work like that, though. You have to be a lot more strategic with your card usage, since you don't get a lot of cards back. So this guy has armor. What does this guy do? Field Medic, deploy, choose a different bronze ally and shuffle it back into your deck, and then play a random bronze unit from your deck. Man. There's a lot of wordings on these cards, man. We gotta really be careful. So we'll use the Harpy to get us some presents on the next round.
As you wish, milady.
Now we're 5 ahead. Okay. I'm gonna use Siri, hoping that I can get her back in the feature round.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
So I have a flood effect on my melee lane. That's the melee lane. Melee lane, range, siege. I think it's -1 health per round. Hopefully he passes.
I will not.
Oh, he doesn't, son of a bitch. Let's get rid of that flood. This faction is pretty balanced. Our opponent's faction right now is one of the more synergistic. I've played, even at this level, I've seen some really crazy synergy with these cards, man.
You'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
Ugh. I may have to actually give this up. So he's 7 ahead, equal card count. Actually, no, card count's equal, man. That's fine. Keep pushing. Damn. If we let this go now and let him win, then he takes the first round, and he's ahead on card count. If we play a card and win this round, we're gonna be down 2 cards. So that's huge. I'm okay with letting this go. I'd rather lose the first round than be 2 cards down. Oh, got it back. We got Siri back. What? I'm gonna keep all these. All these are great. All these are sexy. Dude, that Siri play paid off, man. It's great. It can do it again too. That's the thing. These dots, man. Jesus.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
Should take that back. These games do take a while then. So I mentioned 5 minutes. That seems way too short. It can be that short.
I told you so, you idiot.
You have to see about getting rid of those machineries. They're literally just gonna wither us down way too much.
Bloody non-humans.
Oh! Took away our weather. Alright, so we get to choose a Wild Hunt card. Alright, 3 down, or he's 3 down, but we're 1 card down. Ugh. We passed. We gotta just pass and take this round. Alright, last round. Give me options. Give me options. I'm gonna discard this. it's our turn. What do we do? We're one card down. We have to use all of these. There's like zero synergy here too. That sucks.
Death holds no surprise.
Just gotta play it out.
Enough gob flopping.
Locking it doesn't matter. It's the last round, so that's okay. Let's try to not pile all the cards in one lane though, just in case he has more weather effects. I wish we had frost still though. We need frost to beef this up by 5. That's terrible. Oh my god, it sucks. Well, no, it revealed our harpies, so that's fine. What the hell does this do? Toggle 2 units lock. He has to do it. If enemies damage them by 4 as well. Ooh. Hope it doesn't have any more locks. We have a good chance of winning this game. Even though we're down a card. That's fine. I think we have a decent chance. We'll end it with Geralt. I'm gonna have to end it with Geralt.
I'm a dwarf for business.
Damn, these locked cards are gonna get damaged as soon as this card goes down. Sucks.
Let's get this over with.
I think he got us.
Damn it.
This isn't gonna be enough.
I've had men killed for less.
Oh, it's locked then damage, not damage the locked ones already. Okay. Really gotta be careful with the wording on these cards. Alright, so we got... Let's play one more game, and then let's open some packs, or kegs, what we call it in this game, kegs. Yeah, I know, man. The text, a lot of these cards have really complicated text. By complicated, like, I mean like relative to something like Hearthstone, you know, the text is super simple, right? This is a really cool game, man. I'm really digging it. Can't really rush it. So it's nice if you're more of a long game kind of guy. Okay, sound nice, yeah, right? There's so much flavor in this game, right? Because it just oozes Witcher. Oh, Kraken Crate. That's the name of the leader that they have. So much flavor in these cards, man. So much flavor. I never played Witcher, but this, like, playing this motivates me to go get Witcher. I think I'm okay with this. Alright, Kraken Crate. What do you do? Deploy, play the highest loyal bronze or silver unit in your deck. Strengthen it by 3 and damage it by 1. Jesus Christ. I will do the same C replay.
Don't make me laugh.
Hide your stench.
Alright, so we got two on the same lane, so let's apply frost to that.
We'll follow you always into the fair.
Alright, so with that, we're gonna play Imlerith. Deploy, damage an enemy by 4. If the enemy is under frost, damage it by 8 instead. It's huge. So we're gonna use this against his 8 health minion there.
Who taught you to fight like this?
That unit's gonna be so boosted by the leader ability. So it's a net 2 boost. It's not bad. He really doesn't want to give up this round. I found myself in several games like that. People, like, the player just didn't want to give up like the rounds. So round 2 and 3 basically became like a top deck game. Whoever gets better top deck wins. I'm gonna put in this Wild Hunt Rider kind of just as insurance, just in case we lose, we'll get it back. So we'll have some presence on the next round. Just doesn't want to give it up, man.
We'll follow you always.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, we have to give it up now. No, actually, no, we don't. No, we don't. This is gonna be a presence next round too.
Bow before modern Freya.
We'll greet him, we will. At fire and iron.
Resistance is futile.
I'm just gonna come down. We're gonna empty all our cards, I think, this dang turn.
Into the fire.
Or this round, rather. Barely.
Swords up for wenches. Get yourself an axe.
Like he's buffing them. Hopefully that's his last buff.
Slow, ain't ya?
He's up by a lot. We can't really do much while we have left. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. We are up a card. Up a card when we do that. That's fine. That last card he left behind better be good. And we have presents. We have more presents than he does, right from the get-go. Well played. We will keep everything. It's preferred to go second as well. It's a very reaction heavy game. At least in these levels, it's better to react. I'm not sure how that translates into, you know, more higher rank play, but allow you pass. I have to ensure.
Just great.
Hide your stench.
Alright, last round. Then we'll open some kegs.
Hide your stench.
So the reason we did that is just to diminish the presence of that same card. Because of the text, it keeps coming back. I'm gonna replace this one. This one doesn't have any effect anymore. This is not. It's not gonna have any effect anymore since it's the last round. Ugh. I'm just gonna apply frost. It'll give me a buffer for this guy, so I can get it. So I can push it to 10. I feel compelled to leave to do the ogre play last, just in case he has an answer for it.
I'm in no mood for jests.
This is actually gonna be tight, man. Oh, Jesus. Good play. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put this 5 up, just in case he has small unit. I can do 3 damage with the Wild Hunt Warrior. It's our last play, so we'll see. He's got 2 more cards to go. Nope. Oh, he's totally got us. You can't kill anything with 3 damage.
Death comes for you.
Does he have it? Oh, by 1, guys, by 1. Or 2, sorry. That's close. Ooh, meteorite powder. Meteorite powders for I think it's just to change the look of the cards. Not sure what other uses it has besides that. Oh, we're halfway there, level 5. Until I redeem myself, I know, right? Alright, I'm gonna exit here. We're actually gonna open some kegs. So we're gonna... This is the currency. It's called ore. Kind of like Eve, right? We get them from the shop. They're 100 ore for 1 keg. And we can buy 5 of them. So we'll open 7 kegs right now. Right meow. I like the animation for the opening, man. It's good. So these card backs represent the different factions of the game. This is neutral. This is really good because it gives us our 3rd. Alright. And the cool thing is, so it's 5 cards per keg, and the 5th one you get to choose. That's a really cool mechanic. I don't own either of these, or I own one of them. Clan Terse Siege Axeman. Whenever an enemy is damaged, boost self by 1. Wow. Deploy, gain 2 armor. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Aretuza Adept. Deploy. Play a random bronze weather card from your deck. Ooh. Sparkly one. I was actually thinking of building a deck out of this faction, so I'm actually gonna pick this one. They have very like simple text, but it's very straightforward seems powerful in its simplicity. I don't have enough weather cards to really accommodate this, to be honest. I wish I did. Alright, next cake. Yeah, it's good to have another one of those. Oh, Trebuchet, yes. Alright, so this unit clears the weather. That can be really, really good. Trebuchet, damage 3 adjacent enemies by 1. Fresh crew, increased damage dealt by 1. Wow. You can, there's a lot of synergy between these machinery cards and units that has the text fresh crew. So that's the very natural synergy for this faction. It's like a real army, right? J. Cross says featured tier side reduces sparkly card spawn rate as Viking prices is down. I know, right? This one, Cadwini Sergeant deploy boost by 1 this unit and all bronze loyal units with the same power in your hand, deck, or on your side of the board. Crewman 1. Wow, it's a lot of text, man. It's not so much there's a lot of text, but I'm not sure how that actually synergizes in practice. I gotta mess around with this because I've only built one faction, one deck so far. Maybe in next streams we'll build a fresh deck. I got 2 of these. This is actually good. I should actually probably use that. I got 2 of these. So I don't own this one. I'll probably default to this one. Vreehead Vanguard. Whenever you so they have a mulligan archetype for the Scoia'tael. That's the name of the faction. Vreehead Vanguard. Whenever you mulligan a card, boost itself by 1 while in your hand, deck, or on your side of the board. That's crazy. That's crazy. Next gig. Oh, 2 reds, nice. May have enough for consumes, maybe not. So we know this card. So this one, every turn at the start of your turn, boost a random loyal unit in your hand by 1. Holy shit, that's huge. This consumes a random unit from either graveyard. That can be good, especially if you find yourself fighting against an archetype that does resurrects, because then you get to legit just kill him outright, kill out the graveyard. Trebuchet, great. Ooh. Ancient Fog. Every turn at the start of your turn boosts up by 1 if fog is anywhere on the board. Wow, it's huge. Emissary, deploy. Alright, check this out, guys. So this is a spy unit. You actually play cards like this with this icon. You play it not on your board, but your opponent's board. Deploy. And then they will then be awarded the same health or strength to your opponent. Emissary, deploy. Draw the top 2 bronze units, not including emissaries, from your deck. Play 1 and shuffle the other back. So is that effect worth giving your opponent 2 strength? Not to mess around with that. I have 2 of these apparently. Mahakam Defender, deploy. Gain resilience. Alright. So I'm gonna get this one because I have the monster faction cards are my most developed, so I'll get as much of those as I can. Oh, Field Medic, finally. Alright. Can any siege platform deploy, return a machine ally to your hand, and immediately play it again? Crewman 1. That sounds really meta. That sounds like a really great effect. Wyvern, deploy, damage an enemy by 3. And put 6 strength on the board, dude. That's a 9 value card. Holy shit. It's great. Nausicaa Brigade, deploy, damage a spying unit by 5. If it was destroyed, strengthen itself by 4. Field Medic is good. Choose a different bronze ally and shuffle it back into your deck. Then play a random bronze unit from your deck. I got messed up by a bunch of field medics, man. Ooh, golds. We apparently have Kahir. Yennefer. So these are common. Oh wait, this is a common gold. This is Societal gold. This is Niflgaard gold. Ideally, so this gold can be used regardless of what faction flavor you're using. Spawn a unicorn or a Cyronex. Doesn't say what the hell those are. Zoltan Shive, deploy, move 3 units to this row on their side. If they are allies, strengthen them by 2. So that's part of that's gonna play into the movement archetype. I'm gonna take the middle one because it's gonna give me more versatility, being a common. And it spawns a unicorn, for fuck's sake. Come on, unicorn. Highest tier card are golds, J-Cross. It's gold, silver, bronze. Oh yes, Necker. I don't have any Necker. For being a monster deck, I like hardly have any Neckers. Neckers are for the consume archetype. Hopefully we can build into that. I'd like to use that as at least in the lower ranks. Right, Dol Blathana Archer, deploy, damage enemies by 3 and then 1. Is that just total 4? Or does it randomize? I'll have to play it out. We'll have to see. Necro Warrior, deploy, choose a bronze ally and create 2 base copies of it on the bottom of your deck. Dunbanner Light Cavalry. If at the start of your turn you have not passed and are losing the round by more than 20 power, oh my god, play this unit from your deck. Wow. It only gives you 4 though. I don't know. Spotter. Whenever either player reveals a card, boost self by 1 while in your hand, deck, or on your side of the board. Okay. And reveal. Turn a card in the hand over, exposing it to both players. J-Cross, do all cards have animations, or is that the equivalent of a holographic? Not all of them have. They all have slight animations, but not all of them, I don't think, have animations. Ooh, this is fancy for some reason. Albrich, deploy. If neither player has passed, each player draws the top card from their deck. Your opponent's card is revealed. It's got 9 strength, it's a good body. Alright, this is a common. I always try to focus on commons too, because they really make your deck, man. It's leader and then commons. Alzur's Double Cross. Boost one of the highest bronze or silver units in your deck by 2 and play it. It's huge. Every turn at every turn at the start of your turn, move this unit to a random row and boost all units on it by 1. Oh wow, that's kind of good too. I think I'll get Odrin. Really, that's a really powerful sounding text, man. Two left. He's just so good. He's just so good. Deploy Queen's Guard. Deploy. Resurrect all your Queen's Guards. They're like immortals, man. This is a good solid card. You know this already. You know this already, Trebuchet. We have this one. Clan de Moon Pirate Captain, Veteran 1. Whenever a unit is discarded to your graveyard, boost self by 1 while in your deck. While in your hand, deck, or on your side of the board. 3-hit Sappers, Ambush. After 2 turns, at the start of your turn, turn this unit over. It's an 8. Wow, it's huge. I'll take that. Alright, last keg. Ooh, another Wyvern, nice. Fog's good. Ooh, this one's good too. Alright, Wyvern, so we got that before. Deploy, damage an enemy by 3. Impenetrable Fog. That has a lot of synergy with the Foglets, which is one of the monsters. They can be spawned. Is it spawned or summoned? They can be summoned, I think, or be drawn from your deck rather, if you play that card. The only reason we don't have that in our deck right now, even though it is a monster deck, is we just didn't have enough of those Foglets. And we only had like 1 Impenetrable Fog, but now that we have, like, this will be our second one, we may start changing our deck. Berserker Marauder, deploy. Strength, self by 1 for each damaged ally, including golds, then damage self by 1. Clan de Moon Pirate, we already got that. Veteran 1, deploy, discard all copies of this unit from your deck. Discard all copies of this unit from your deck. Okay. Maybe that can play into a discard, but I don't think this faction does a discard archetype. Oh, this one definitely. This one definitely. Blue Stripes Commando. Whenever a different ally with the same power as this unit is played, play this unit from your deck, 1 copy max, and place it on the allies row. Whenever you complete a Blue Stripes Commando trio, create 1 base copy of Blue Stripe Commando at the bottom of your deck. It's creating cards out of nowhere, basically. Brown Warrior, deploy, consume the unit to the right, so destroy it, eat it. Every 2 turns, at the start of your turn, consume the unit to the right. So you need, this synergizes with consume archetypes. That's one of the highlights. You need this card for consume. I don't think we have all the necessary parts yet, so we're getting there, but not quite. And the last one is Tramelford's Tremors. Damage up to 6 random enemies by 2. Sounds good. Well, maybe we'll probably adjust our deck here next time we stream. We'll do that first. So definitely getting this one. Alright, so that's all of it, guys. 7. So we played a couple rounds, and we got we opened 7 decks. We went up a level. Alright, good to go. I think we got a lot of stuff accomplished. Alright, so this is a really great first stream for Gwent. Check it out, guys. It's an open beta. I am an example of a straight up free-to-play guy for this game. So, and I'm enjoying it. It seems super viable. A hell of a lot more viable than other card games out there that are, like, they say it's free to play, but This is no way to, it doesn't. It's way too much work to be free to play. So I'm really digging the economy of the game. So thumbs up, man. All right, well, I think we'll cut it there, guys. We'll definitely improve on our deck here, and hopefully maybe add some more informative stuff in our overlay. Maybe I'll have to fish around and see if there's anything available for that. All right, but I appreciate it, and same thing that I do for my Eve streams. I'm gonna be posting this on my YouTube channel as well, so just watch out for that, and I'll post all that stuff on Twitter. All right, well, thanks very much, guys. Oh yeah, J Cross, I'll have to check with Caleb, see if we're doing a stream tomorrow. Actually, no, it'll probably be Sunday, actually. I think Saturdays is way too crazy. Back to Spider-Man. Alright, thanks guys.